Welcome back to my channel and happy Easter to you lovely lot. I hope that you are, even though confined to your home, enjoying your Easter and having some lovely chocolate eggs, because I know I will. This week's video is going to be all about the most frequently asked questions in regards to weightlifting, and specifically Olympic weightlifting, whichever one you want to call it. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as it really supports my channel, as well as give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. So this video will be all about 16 most asked questions about Olympic weightlifting, to answer all of your weightlifting queries. So let's get into it. Question number one: what lifts are used in Olympic weightlifting? Now, some people say 3, but really it's 2. So it's the snatch and then the clean and jerk. I can see where there are like 3 coming out of there, but there's not 3, there's only 2. So you have snatch, which is one movement from the floor up above your head, and then the clean and jerk, which is from the floor to your shoulder to above your head. So what is a clean in lifting? Now, a clean is the part of the clean and jerk. So it's the part from the floor up until your shoulders. So you pick it up from the floor in one smooth motion and get it onto your shoulders. What is a power snatch? Now, a power snatch is just a version of the snatch which we use to develop power and speed under the bar, but instead of getting it at the bottom position, catch it above parallel. What is the hardest Olympic lift? Now, I would say there isn't actually a hardest one. Maybe more technical would be the snatch, so technically that would be hardest, but they're equally as difficult. Like, there's a lot of technical specificity that goes into each lift that makes them equally as difficult. But in regards to the question, I would say the snatch, just because it's slightly more technical and there's a lot less room for error. So if you do make a slight error by pushing the bar forwards or over pulling it and it going behind, there's not much room or scope for being able to save that lift, i.e. making it a lot more difficult. Is Olympic lifting dangerous? Now, I can see why people would think this, but weightlifting isn't dangerous if done properly, if the exercises are performed safely and correctly. As long as you take care of yourself and ensure that you are doing all the movements correctly and are being overseen by a coach, I wouldn't say it's dangerous. No. Every sport can be dangerous if it's not done in the correct manner. What is the heaviest weight to have ever been lifted overhead? Now, this is a super cool question because I actually love this guy. Now, his name is Lasha. Now, he is massive. He's just this enormous weightlifter who is so super strong. He's a Georgian weightlifter, holds so many world records, is so strong, like way beyond anybody else's capabilities at the moment, and it is incredible to watch. So the best clean and jerk is 264 kilos. Like, that is an enormous amount of weight. I think the best ever snatch he has done is 220 kilos, which again is a phenomenal amount of weight. Like, I literally can't even imagine picking that up off the floor, like, ever, which is so cool. Can you build muscle in Olympic weightlifting? Yes, you can. Lots of it, and it's great. If used correctly and if you used a great program, if you have a program which is periodized and works well for you, you can most certainly build muscle and build strength. Can you get ripped from Olympic weightlifting? Now, I myself am not particularly ripped, but yes, you can. Yes, you can. A lot of the most elite weightlifters, especially on the lower body weight classes, are absolutely like ripped to shred, like so ripped. So you can most definitely become ripped with weightlifting. It is again up to you and your body composition to become ripped, or whether you don't become ripped. You can be a chubby weightlifter too. We're important too, but yeah, you most certainly can become ripped. It is just down to you and your body composition and the way you approach weightlifting in regards to diet and yeah, just diet. Now, this is one of my favorite all-time questions for weightlifting. Does weightlifting make you bulky? I will never get tired of this question. It's like, does lifting weights make you bulky? Now, my answer for this would be, I wish. Like, I wish I could get like bulkier and it looked like I actually lifted weights, but it is so difficult to actually have that happen. Like, I don't even know how people get like super like jacked or bulky, as people like to call it. Weightlifting won't make you become bulky. Like unless you train super hard like for many years, then maybe you would become bulky, but it's not something that you need to worry about. Lifting weights doesn't make you bulky. It will shape you and give you a bit more definition maybe, but that is only positive. Like there's no negative associated with bulky whatsoever. Like if your body composition does become a little bit bigger and a bit more like amplified, that's great. So when you become bulky, probably not. Does it matter if you become bulky? Definitely not. That is the goal. That is the goal, people. Which is better, powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting? Now, I've never actually done any powerlifting, so completely biased in my answers here. I would say weightlifting is better, only because it uses a lot more like dimensions and like technicalities, and it's just more of an art rather than just like a strength sport. So with powerlifting, it's just bench, deadlift and squat, whereas in weightlifting, you essentially include that all within your training anyways, but you refine your movement in a snatch and a clean and jerk. So yeah, biased, but definitely Olympic weightlifting. Is a deadlift an Olympic lift? Now this relates to the previous question because a deadlift is part of the powerlifting. So deadlift is not part of an Olympic lifting, but we do use it in terms of strength off the floor, and we actually call it a clean pull. So we mimic the position from the floor up until your hips before you actually go for that clean. So we do use like a form of that, but it's not called, we wouldn't call it like a deadlift. Are power cleans better than deadlifts? Now again, I am biased because I don't do powerlifting, so I'm obviously going to say power cleans are better than deadlifts. Again, this is purely because it involves so much more coordination, skill and technique, so I would definitely say a power clean is better because it enables you to better yourself in terms of a full movement rather than just picking it up off the floor, as you have to get it from the floor to your shoulders in one clean, lovely movement. So the biggest question obviously is, how do you start Olympic weightlifting? Now I did make a video about this. It was my journey for Olympic weightlifting. If you do think you want to start weightlifting or even want to give it a go, I would say go down to a CrossFit box, go down to a weightlifting gym and just give it a go. Like give it your best shot and I'm sure that you will enjoy it. No need to be afraid. We are actually all lovely people, I think. Do Olympic lifters do cardio? Well, I don't, and this quarantine has taught me that I need to do more cardio because it's just like a really important part of your health. So yes, I would say if you do Olympic lifting, absolutely you should be doing cardio. Even though it's not going to be in the same format as if you're a long distance runner or a sprinter, it is important to incorporate all of these types of things into your training. How many days a week should I Olympic lift? We train 4 days a week, which I think is plenty at the moment. Like that allows me 3 days to rest and recover, because if I have any more than that, I just feel a bit tired and I feel like I'm not getting the best out of my sessions. So again, it really does depend on you and exactly how many times a week you would like to train. I would say the normal range is like 4 to 5 times a week for like the average gym goer. Maybe if you're at an elite level, that does go up to like 9 times a week. Like people do have double or triple training sessions in one day. Crazy, mind blown. And to top it off, the best question I found on the internet so far: what do Chinese weightlifters eat? If only we knew what they ate, because they are the epitome of weightlifting. They are the gods of weightlifting. I have absolutely no idea what the Chinese eat. If someone knows, let me know in the comments below. So I hope that that answers all of your queries regarding Olympic weightlifting. If you did like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it really supports my channel, as well as hit that like button because you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next week for more videos like this.